Well, good morning. My name is Dale Wahlstrom. I'd like to welcome you to the 10th Annual LifeScience Alley Conference and Expo. I'm the CEO of LifeScience Alley and the BioBusiness Alliance of Minnesota, and it's really great to see all of you here this morning. We appreciate your participation in shaping the future of the healthcare innovation through the lens of this year's conference theme, which is Advancing Medical Technology. The conference is designed for you to connect with other life science and healthcare professionals, to share best practices, forge strategic partnerships, identify innovations, and help you to ensure your business success. So LifeScience Alley, we would really like to thank our premier sponsors, because without them, we wouldn't be here. And that is the province of Manitoba and B&D Consulting. So thank you very, very much. We really appreciate your continued support of all of our annual conferences, so thank you, and I'd like to offer them a round of applause, so please join me. Okay, it is really a pleasure for me to be here because last year at this event, I introduced myself as a new leader of LifeScience Alley when Don Gerhardt chose to retire. At the time, we also announced a strategic affiliation between LifeScience Alley and the BioBusiness Alliance of Minnesota. Through aligned leadership, our two life science-focused industry organizations have been working together over the past year to develop broader connections and stronger influence for Minnesota's life science industry so we can effectively compete on a global scale. To give you some sense of what has been done, here's a short description of a few accomplishments the strategic affiliation has accomplished over the last 12 months. It's dry weather in Minnesota in wintertime is difficult for the speaker. In an effort to help the medical device industry as we are working to reinvent ourselves, LifeScience Alley has developed a partnership with the FDA, bringing together Minnesota's medical device industry sector, the University of Minnesota Medical Devices Lab, and all the supporting expertise that the University of Minnesota can bring to the table, and to define and develop an advanced regulatory science capability to improve the operating environment for the medical device industry in the United States and across the globe. The partnership is an outcome of hosting of two events, one in April when Dr. Shuren was here speaking at the University of Minnesota, and the second was in August when Dr. Shuren and several of his staff members came to Minnesota, and we spent 2 days introducing them to the capabilities of our community to lead and develop regulatory science-based capabilities. Just last week, as part of this initiative, we led a group of 35 members to D.C. for a visit to the CDRH Office of Science and Technology laboratories to get a better understanding of the scientific research that's currently being done by the FDA that informs the submission process. Today we have Dr. Shuren here with us to share highlights of the FDA's regulatory plan and their initiative to implement regulatory science as a strategy and to explain the benefit it will have to us and to our industry as we go forward. In addition, I'm extremely excited to announce to you that this afternoon we will actually have a signing of a Memorandum of Understanding between LifeScience Alley and the Center for Devices and Radiological Health, specifying the scope of our partnership and opening the door to very specific projects that we believe will greatly impact the use of regulatory science in the approval of medical devices. Please stick around for the signing here and to hear specifically from Dr. Shuren the details of the MOU. Next update I want to give you, it relates to our pharmaceutical industry. We have been continuing to push for growth and expansion of pharmaceuticals and biopharmaceutical industry in the state of Minnesota. And I'm very pleased to tell you today that based on some independent consultant activity or work that was done last February, the latest federal census data indicates that small and large molecule industry development in the state of Minnesota grew 76% over the last 5 years, which represents the fastest growth rate of any state. We're very pleased about that because the pharmaceutical companies that are here need a larger pool of resources to draw from, and having this sector strong and growing is a critical piece of our overall life sciences ecosystem, including our ability to compete in the area of product and drug delivery combination products. We have also established an incubation capability to foster the growth of diabetes that is in regard to the commercialization sector of applications of that. We're very actively involved in supporting the efforts of the University of Minnesota and the Mayo Clinic, Decade of Discovery, their efforts to cure diabetes, and the other efforts around the state and the region to help healthcare delivery organizations and companies and institutions to bring new treatments to those who are suffering from diabetes. We are very pleased to report as well that we have successfully launched the Minnesota Angel Network. It's a critical element of our state's infrastructure developed to encourage and facilitate investment in startup companies across Minnesota for the entire knowledge-based industry community, and to provide coaching and mentoring to companies to help them gain confidence and achieve success in their efforts to find funding. It is our goal to double or triple the rate of successful startups in our community over the coming years, and I can tell you, based on our successes since the release in August, we are well on our way to accomplish that objective. And finally, we've added a new government and affiliate relations position to Life Science Allied Services. This is led by Shay Mandel, who you'll have an opportunity to meet today. It's a very strategic position that shifts the dialogue of our community from one of the local public policy issues to a new level where we're focusing more on the national and international levels as well. It is our intention to be locally focused with national influence and global reach, since most of the issues that are facing our companies today are truly global in scope, and we have a need to support the organizations as they are moving forward with their global engagement.